Welcome to the Weather Guru Storm Report for August the 9th, 2023. Please be sure to subscribe for the latest interpretation of weather going on in the lower 48 and sometimes beyond. Right now, we're going to look at the current National Weather Service hazards. Basically, what's going on is a bunch of heat in the south and the Gulf Coast. Okay, we have a bunch of heat warnings there as well. Excessive heat warnings and red flag warnings, all in the purple and pink. And we also have some rain up in the mid-Ohio Valley. So if you come along I-70 there, from Champaign, Illinois, through Indianapolis, through Dayton, Cincinnati, Ohio, and all through Charleston and Beckley, West Virginia, there will be some heavy rain that's in that band over there, as well as up toward Boston and Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island, and Plymouth Meeting, and all that area up there as well. But otherwise, if you're in the upper Midwest, things are looking absolutely fabulous. Just a little bit on the warm side, 70s and 80s for highs. As well as the desert Southwest, temperatures are high, but nothing too crazy in the 110s, and as well as California and Seattle looking absolutely beautiful up there in the Pacific Northwest, as temperatures are seasonable. Okay, so we're gonna have those excessive heat warnings. Just take it easy if you're in Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, Austin, Round Rock, the typical areas there. Midland, Odessa, back toward El Paso. If you're in Shreveport, New Orleans, Jackson, Greenville, Mississippi, the Delta up through Alabama, up 65 there, be coming through west of Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, down through the Panhandle, through Tallahassee, Panama City Beach, and those areas in the Big Bend, Jacksonville, Atlantic First Coast, the Space Coast. You want to take it easy as there's an excessive heat watch through Central Florida and South Florida as well for the humidity values that are going to be matching the temperature values. So that's going to add an effect there. So just be careful, drink a lot of water, wear light clothing. You should be okay. We're in late summer after all. Now, in the National Hurricane Center reports, we have nothing in the Atlantic to report. That is excellent news. However, I will know that the winds are strong over the Atlantic. The wind shear is strong over the Atlantic. And it may create some bumpy rides for some flights that are originating from the states over to across the transatlantic flights originating. But in the Eastern Pacific, we have two areas that are of concern. First area is disturbance is given about a 60% chance of development through 7 days. And the next area is given about 20% chance of development. The good news is these are moving away from land, away from the Mexican coastline and peninsula, so they shouldn't cause any issue. But in the Central Pacific, Major Hurricane Dora, winds now at 130 miles an hour. Still a Category 4 hurricane as of 11 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time. But it's moving very fast, west at 22 miles an hour, and it's not creating problems for the islands except for the wildfires. We have strong northeasterly flow here. Winds gusting over 65, 70 miles an hour over these islands, and that's creating wildfires, exacerbating the wildfires. But the center of the storm itself is well to the southwest of the island, some 600-something miles, 700 miles southwest of the island. So that's good news. It didn't take a direct hit, but the winds, the pressure gradient between the high pressure and this strong low pressure, obviously Hurricane Dora, is creating some strong winds in association, and that's creating popping these wildfires, which 6 people were killed. So our hearts and prayers are out with those people as well. Take a look at the national radar here. Like I said, you can see those showers pulling through Chattanooga, up through Knoxville on I-40, Nashville. Those showers continuing to pull up through I-65. So if you come along Indianapolis there through Lafayette, Indiana, Valparaiso, through South Bend, you got some showers there. And just south of Chicagoland there, you got some showers there in Illinois, maybe Springfield and Champaign, Urbana. Now elsewhere, we have some showers going to the American Southwest. The monsoonal flow is continuing there, so be careful there as well as you come through that area. So this Hurricane Dora, you can see a well-defined eye, a stadium effect there. Minimum pressure is down to 955 millibars. This courtesy of Tropical Tidbits, by the way. And also the winds there is pretty well distributed there, but it will be weakening here, and the ensembles has it moving up toward the Central Pacific there later on during this week. So that's good news there. So that's all that we have on Dora as it continues to make its approach into the Central Pacific region. It's yet to know where it's going to be going next, but it's just kind of going to be out there and weakening in the opening seas later on this week in the forecast period. Now things are looking great in Atlanta, 86 Fahrenheit and sunny. Temperatures are becoming more seasonable in Chicago, 76 degrees and cloudy. But we're going to have kind of this unsettled pattern continue here through Friday, Saturday in terms of rain and cloudiness for the upper Midwest as well as the Ohio Valley and Northeast. However, we are pleased to announce that this super heat wave, these above 10 to 15 degree above average temperatures have settled down, and that's excellent news for the majority of the country. Thank you for joining me on this Weather Guru Report. I look forward to hearing from you tomorrow. Please be sure to subscribe. Thank you very much. Take care.